Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stasi and this is Flosstube number 7. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is just going to be a little chit chat about some cross-stitchy stuff. Not a whole lot else for this time, but I do also dabble in other crafty things. We are coming up on summer break, so TBD on how often I'll be able to post, but we'll see how that goes. My last post was, I think, 3 weeks ago, and I had talked about my fun time at the Witchy Stitcher Retreat in Estes Park. I think I posted like a week before that with some stuff that I was given by my friend's mom, which I'm still stoked about. I've kind of cataloged stuff but haven't done all of it. And then my last like actual one I think was end of March 27th. Yeah, it was the kids' spring break. So I did post twice in April, but not like normal typical stuff. Which is fine. I do want to show off my shirt. This is a present from my husband for Mother's Day. Little tarot card action. I do love my Sphinx cat. She's sleeping under a baby blanket in the living room. Her life is very sad. Her name is Chisme. It means gossip in Spanish. She's great. So I do love this shirt and it's awesome. I know that my phone washes things out. I have a DJI and I whipped it out, but I couldn't find my microphone. So I ordered a new one. She does not pair with the old DJI. So my ass is a little chapped about it, but that's okay. We're gonna be fine. I'll use my phone this time and then I'll figure something out for next time. Anyways, no one really cared about that. We're gonna talk about stitching. It's gonna be great. Happy May. It is the 22nd. Today is the 22nd of May. Actually, let me verify that before I lie to you. It is the 22nd of May. I'm running on roughly 4 hours of sleep, so I apologize if you're like, made no sense. It did somewhere in my brain, and that's okay. I have 3 maid projects that I have been stitching on. I have a bunch of people who are due with babies, like between August and November. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop stitching so much and I need to start crocheting. Guess what I haven't done is that. So I'm going to finish up the month. I'm like, okay, it's the 22nd. I have 9 more days. I'm just going to stitch my little heart out for the next week and then I'll switch to baby blanket mode and we will see how far I get. TBD. Anyways, so it is May. A lot of people do like Mania where they start like Nashville Needlework Market, stuff. It's Market Mania, or just Mania in general where people start as many things as they can, something new every day or every week. Some people do Mermaid where they do mermaid stitches. And then there's, she's gone. There's a designer with an M in her name. Nope, it's gone. I like to do Manning May, and this is not the designer. It was a fancy lady. It's gone. Anyways, I like to do Manning May. So last year I had started Orca by Carolyn Manning, purely to be able to do this every year because it's a bigger design. It'll be 10.5 by 10.5 when it's done. This is Orca. In the Shooting Star collection. I did take a starting picture, so I will post here what it looked like when I started. And I've actually gotten, I don't know, at least 1,200 stitches, if not more, done into this one. Okay, so I have a board for today. You guys should be proud. So this is where I'm at for Orca. It was significantly smaller, so if I can, I'll put a starting picture right here so you can do a side by side. But I've gotten a good chunk done. It's still very much not like far, but this, oh my gosh, this satisfies an itch in my brain. So it is all blues and grays, which my house is very gray. It's like off-white and then grays. So I like to joke that we're stereotypical millennials with our gray stuff, which is fine. But this is blues and grays and some browns, and it's really pretty. Some of the whites and grays are kind of blending, which I don't love, but this is really easy to count. So it is a paper pattern. I don't have it in pattern keeper, but it's nice because if it's a even numbered one, if it's like a little triangle, it's 10. If it's a half one, like a triangle, like a big one, it's 20. And if it's a diamond, it's 40. So it's a little bit wonky when you do the odd numbers because some of them are odd and some of them are even. But if I wait to highlight till the end and then do my math at the end, for my stitching session, I can pretty easily like math it out. So that has been satisfying. And it's also nice just being like, I'm going to fill in all of this symbol, all of this symbol. So I've gotten to a part where I need to start another color. So one more time, I need to start new colors because I'm kind of getting to where it either needs to be fleshed out here or these guys need to be filled in, but we're getting there and I'm enjoying it. So that's what matters, right? Is that we're enjoying the process. So that is my Orca by Carolyn Manning. Hold on, I wrote down, I know for sure that I have done at least 1,128 stitches on this since I pulled it out. I may have done more, but the last time I counted and added it up, I was at 1,128. So this is on just a navy Ada, it's 18 count. So again, I'm not getting it done anytime soon and that's fine. I am enjoying the process. So here's one, there's my Randall Spangler needle minder. And I just have like a pile of projects that I'm not putting back into their bags right now because I don't want to like zip around you. So there is Orca. Like I said, super enjoying it. It scratches my brain in a really good way. Okay, we'll talk about stitching and then my needle minders and how my ass is a little chapped. And then a fun stitchy game I've been playing and then some crochet stuff and then plans. So, okay, we have a plan in theory. We're probably going to take a sharp turn to the left. We'll see how it goes. So that was Orca. The other thing I've been working on pretty consistently because I've enjoyed it, and you have seen this if you've watched it all, is Butterfly Bouquet by Sprouting Lupine. And I am using a chip clip and I don't care, so judge away. Here is my Butterfly Bouquet by Sprouting Lupine. You can see like I stopped off right here, so I'm going to finish that wing today. But I got all the way to the bottom. So last time you saw this, I think I maybe showed it to you in my my retreat video, which I had done like, I think the leaves I had miscounted and had to rip out here a couple of times. I think I was working maybe up here last time. So I did all of these little hearts and then these little doodads and this guy. So I'm working on a wing. There's a big wing right here and then like a big peony down here. This is still just so much fun to stitch on. Like I'm really enjoying it. It's working up. I feel like it's going quickly. Ooh, pardon me. Part of it is it's a lighter color. So it's like this nice pink. It's like a pinky gray, and it's 16 count Ada. So one of my other projects is on 28 count Lugana, and that one's a little bit slower. And this is nice too because you're like, I'm just gonna like trail that over there, and then I'm gonna do here, and it's really, really fun. Again, I would never call myself like a girly. I don't describe myself as such, but I'm not a sampler person. For the most part, I don't want to stitch alphabets. I don't want to stitch like 20 million little tiny things, but this is sampler-esque and it's really fun. So I still don't know if it's because I can see the progress on Pattern Keeper and I can be like, ooh, and this percentage, but it's so much fun. I really love it. The face I just made looked just like my daughter, so that was a little weird. Kind of nice. My kids look a lot like their father, which is rude because I grew giant children that look like him. So it's nice to have that little moment. So Butterfly Bouquet is being stitched on 16 count Charm by Picture This Plus. Last time, hold on, I just wrote this down. I started this in January, maybe February of this year. So last time I talked to you about statistics, I was at 2,866 stitches, which was 21%. And I was questioning that. I think that's accurate just going by like how much dead space there is, but we'll see. Currently, and that doesn't count backstitch. Currently, I am at 5,284 stitches for 38.97%. So I suppose I could have done like one more stitch and seen if that would like tip me over, but I didn't, and we're not, and it's fine because I'm going to work on it tonight and it's going to be great. So I am pleased as punch. So one hand, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like 2,400 stitches. That's so much. And on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, it's been 2 months. So cool. That is actually still keeping with my 500 stitches a week. So like we're doing aight. We're gonna try to keep up with 500 stitches a week. And I feel like this one's easy to just sit and do that because you pick a color and you go. But it's really fun. I'm super enjoying it. If we're at just shy of 40% and it's the end of May and I have 7 more months, I think we can finish this one by the end of the year. Don't hold me to it. We're gonna try. We're gonna try that. So this also has like the cutest little fishy wizard needle minder. I love him. So that one's just gonna go onto the pile. There's my pile of projects. Sorry about the hair. So that's those. And then I have really only one more project I've been working on. I did work a little bit on my Treasured Friend Dimensions kit. That one I leave in my work bag just in case. Most of the time it goes for a field trip. It goes to work with me. It comes back home. I rarely have time to do fun things at work, and that's fine. I enjoy my job, so we're good. But the other thing I have been working on a lot, I don't know where my needle just went. And I was just working on this. Shoot, guys, needle down. All right, well, I'm gonna have to go through my living room in a minute and see if I can find it. So I've been, maybe it's stuck to a different needle minder. I don't know. I don't like it. I started on April 25th at the Witchy Stitcher Retreat. I started working on Skeleton Ballerina by MaSandras Gifts. I'm trying to open the PDF. And it is going to look like this. So this is what I wanted to do as my birthday start because I was like, oh my gosh, it's me. I'm like a little dead inside, but like so cute. Love it. And I do kind of have a fatalistic outlook on stuff, and that's fine. It's fine. It's great. Working in healthcare, it is what it is. But I am chuffed. So this one has been just really, again, really fun to work on. I don't know if it's the content because I'm like, this is just so much fun, or if it's because I'm also doing this one in Pattern Keeper. Let me try to get the fabric folded over. But this one has been like just really, really fun to work on. So this is Skeleton Ballerina by MaSandras Gifts on Etsy. I'm stitching it on Picture This Plus 28 count Lugana in Gothic. Had to look. Didn't remember. I remembered it was Picture This Plus. I have gotten so much work done on this one. Like, look how cute she is. She's like me. So when I started, obviously it was just the fabric. Last time I set it down, I'm going to put a picture here of what it looked like last time I maybe shared it with you. And this is where I'm at now. So again, like I am thrilled. So maybe hopefully tonight or tomorrow, it's my holiday coming up, so I won't get a chance to work on it for like 4 days after tomorrow. So I want to do, I'm working on her ribs. So I'm filling in her other little like cup right here. And then I want to do her other arm, and I finished the ribs. So I need to just do her other arm and shoulder. I feel like this is just going to fly once I do that because this is just going to be fill. So like gray and white, like 2 or 3 colors for this. And there's like obviously like landmarks. So easy peasy. I feel like that part's going to fly. Her skirt is going to kind of be not fun because it's like tulle. So it's like all these little of different colors of purple. So hopefully they all stick out against the background, but I do love this. This is so much fun. She's just making me so happy. So this is my little Skeleton Ballerina. and she is coming along great. Cheese Cat wants to come sit with me. Come on, honey. Come here. So if you haven't met Cheese, this is Cheese. She's a Sphinx. I like to call her my fakey naked because she's mostly mostly naked. She's smelling things. She's actually got quite a bit of fur for a naked cat. Hi, Cheesy. I always joke that she's like a jumpsuit, like a velour jumpsuit from the early aughts. Just need a bright juicy on her butt. But she just emerged from her blanket and is coming to say hi. So I'm gonna scoot her back and see if I can get her ear out of this. She's being a turd. So for the skeleton ballerina, my last video, so the update from my retreat, I was at 1,391 stitches. I was at 14%, and I am currently at 2,297 stitches at 24%. So I'm a quarter of the way done, and I'm so stoked. Again, I feel like it's gonna fly once I get her arm done. The bone, the ribs, that's gonna fly. The skirt is gonna be kind of a pain, but again, we have landmarks. It's gonna be so good. So that's fun. I was trying to do a new start every month this year, and my planned new start for April was this one, Night Spirit Studio. It's the bat skeleton. She is just the cutest. It's like a mix between like, what is it, the Vitruvian Man and I don't know, like a diva, T-Swift or something. It's super cute and I love it. I had brought it to the retreat with me with the intent to start it, and I didn't bring fabric. I brought the thread, I brought needles, I didn't bring the fabric. I have a giant sheet of Jovelin that I had gotten. I was gonna do the tarot on it and I didn't like it. So I think I had done the tiny little 1/1 with a little star that you saw a few videos back. And I think I'm gonna do her. And then there's another ballerina one. That one's by Night Spirit, not by MaSandras. But I think I'm gonna do them both on the 28 count Jovelin, probably 1/2. I don't know how squirrely I'm feeling. But I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'll try to get her done this year too, because she's very cute and that was my planned start. I don't think I'm gonna start her this month in May, just because time. I would like to put a lot of stitches into the 3 things I'm really working on instead of adding something new, which is fine. So that was my plan to start for April. So I had started the skeleton ballerina instead. So my plan to start for this month was, whoop, I just threw my note sheet. I'm gonna grab that in a second. This was my plan to start for this month. And I love her so much, and I really do want to stitch on this. However, I do not want to start another thing on black. It's on black. So I have, when I start my bat skeleton, black. When I start tarot, black. My Orca, hold on, she jumped down, so I'm grabbing my sheet. My Orca is on navy. My ballerina is on little, so I'm going over to just lots of dark right now. And I'm like, I do want to stitch on things that are easier to see. So guys, I just realized I forgot to put on eyebrows. Pretend I have eyebrows that go all the way, please. If you look at them in person, they're okay. But every time I film, I'm like, oh no, I did forget to do that. So cool. Anyways, so I don't think I'm going to start her. I super duper love her. I think she's gorgeous and I do want to get her done. I just probably need to have fewer things in circulation on dark. So we're going to set her aside. I don't think I will get a May start, and that's okay. I am still working on plenty of things. I do think I'm getting closer to finishes on the 2 that I showed you. So obviously they're not close, but I'm like a quarter of a way and like a fifth of the way. A quarter and a quarter. No, I'm a quarter and 48. So we're just going to keep working on those, and it's going to be great. And whatever else the world, wherever the world takes me. I do still have my poppies by Dimensions. Whew. So my Dimensions, I have not touched my painted tulips, my parrot tulips. I really need to, and I want to, but I'm having so much fun with the ones I'm already stitching on that it's fine. So I was like, oh, if I do a page a quarter, I'll finish this year. Maybe I'll finish two pages by the end of the year, because I've barely touched it. So I'm done with almost all of the black. And I do feel like with the colors when I start, I'll whip through them pretty quickly with the block stitching, but it's when we get back to the nitty gritty fine details for the paratulips, I'm gonna have an issue, and that's okay. One thing that I have been doing, which has been really fun, so these two things kind of tie in together. So there is a game called Wanderlust on Discord. I don't know if you've ever used Discord. It is a like social media server, given the current state of things and social media and data centers and so many different things. Discord has been fun. It took some getting used to, but because I wanted to do this, the Children of the Thread retreat, I have gotten a lot more comfortable with it. So there is a game, there's a server on Discord called Wanderlust. So with Wanderlust, you are a traveler and you pick where you want to start. You pick your starting country. And I picked Antarctica with my starting continent. And then you work your way through the different countries. So I just traveled to Oceania and I'm starting with Australia. So you have to do X amount of stitches to progress to the next place. You can leave without finishing, but you want to complete countries. If you complete all of the countries in a continent, then you are an ambassador and your flight to another continent costs less. So with Oceania, because so many of the countries are so tiny, they're all smalls except for Australia, which is a medium technically. So I'm starting with Australia. I need 3,000 stitches to complete it, and then I can go to one of the others. I think I'm gonna do Nauru just because it's tiny. But this is very fun because it's a way to stay accountable and like keep track of my stitching. I can also use crochet or knitting or whatever. An hour of crochet would count as 100 stitches. So you can use other crafts as a way to get stitches as well. And it's fun to learn. So I've been playing a game called Global, Globle. I will spell it right here. And it's kind of like Wordle. So you start and you pick a country and it tells you like how close you are, how far. And then you pick another country and which it'll tell you which one's closer. And if it's far, it's like white or tan. And if it's close, it gets darker red. So my kids and I have been playing this like obsessively for the past month or so. So it is really fun to have another way to stay up on my geography. And Nastasia, whose game it is, also has fun facts and designers and stuff from each country and continent. So it's been fun. So again, QR code here. Check it out. It's very fun. So I've been playing Wanderlust, and because I've been playing Wanderlust, I've been keeping stats in a notebook. So many people have notebooks. Like I started my thing on this day and it's this many stitches and I worked on it these many days. Mine is basic, like my last video I talked to you, I had this many stitches, and this one I had this many, but I can keep track of my stitches for both this and for Wanderlust. So this little notebook is divided into like 4 different quadrants. So I can use one for stitching, one for crochet plans because my brain is not what it used to be. And I, like, again, have 8 or 9 people who are due between August and November. And I know I have 3 blankets made already. I still have 5 more to go, barring anyone else telling me they're pregnant. So I have a lot of things I need to make and want to make. And it's like, you know, one friend has been having fertility, 9 people between now and December. One friend has had fertility troubles. So like, what color do I want to use for her? And this friend is having her first girl and stuff like that. So I have a lot of yarn. I just need to figure out what I want to use for who and make a list and then do the things. So that's good. Of course, Cheese, I don't know if you can tell, she just like loafed in on me. She's a baby. I did want to tell you about my needle minders. Multiple. Okay, good. They're all stacked together. So I am in the Needle Minder of the Month club with mainly X Stitch. And this last month's was really fun because I don't know if I've told you, but my husband makes cameras and controllers and stuff for spacecraft. So he has cameras on the Artemis mission and on the Orion mission before that. So this one was really fun because it was a little like Saturn or something. And then this one's like this cute little spaceman on the moon. So those were really super cute. It was a 2-for-1 deal because they were celebrating the Artemis 2 mission. And my husband was pretty tickled because he's very proud of what he does. So we have pictures of the moon all over my living room. I am a little miffed. So I had ordered a bunch of needle minders for the retreat I was like, okay, if I do like a sample of fabric and a needle minder for everyone, and then another little something, that'll be nice. And I ordered some needle minders, and they did not come in a timely manner. So I'm not gonna like trash talk because they are very fun, but I'm also like mad. So this one says, do you know the Muffin Man? The twinsies, and then sometimes I bought my plants. So they're really cute. I now have like 17 needle minders I didn't necessarily need. You can see my magnet, I'm sorry, cheese. My magnet board is full. Here, let's see if I can get these like enough over everything, then maybe I don't have to cover it all as much. So these ones are fun. This one says, crows were for bros, support your local murder. You say which like it's a bad thing. Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved cats. That was it. It was me. Oh, there was a girl who really, really loved cats. It was me at the end. That's me. There's just a Krampus one. I can't live, laugh, love in these conditions, and feed me and tell me I'm pretty. I reference that very frequently at work, and people don't get it because I'm too old and no one knows who Rick Moranis is. And no one has seen Little Shop of Horrors. So I love those so much. I'm excited. I don't have anything specific to use them for right now, and I may still end up giving some of them away, but I have some very cute needle minders, and they have strong magnets, which is nice. So that's great. I do, you know what, I'm going to talk about my plans for this later, but I am going to show you this also very pretty thread I got. So this is Dying for Cross Stitch. The color is Mandarin, and like, look how pretty she is. We'll talk about my plans for that later. I just wanted to show you because it's a pretty. Okay, so we really talked about a whole lot of stuff. I talked, you hung out, and I feel like it's time for coffee maybe. It is 13:41, so kids will be off school in an hour. It's never too late, too early. It is never not time for coffee, so I think I'm gonna have some coffee. I am feeling the effects of my not sleeping. So I work my full-time job, and then I night nanny on the side. I'm a postpartum doula, and I help people adjust to having a newborn for the first 4 to 12 weeks. And my little nugget last night was very wakeful, and I think I got about 4 hours of sleep. So I am not thriving. I don't know if you see me just get like progressively more droopy. So that's fun. But anyways, we talked about my 3 projects I've been really working on. My start that wasn't, my start that will be, which is exciting. Wanderlust, we talked about Wanderlust, and that's exciting, and Global, Wanderlust and Global, and I will also link to those things below. If I can figure out for Wanderlust, I'm not sure if I can figure out how to link it, but definitely for Global I can. And then, yeah, that's what I got. I am now being aggressively nudged by a very sad dog who's convinced she's never been outside a day in her life, and she's cat is loafed in on me, and my table is a mess and I need to clean. So next time we will have a new garland thingy, and I will maybe have all of my needle minders put away. I might have to actually get a bigger needle minder board. You also can't see, but my peonies are blooming, so we're having a big bouquet in the house most days, and they smell amazing. But yeah, that's it. I have done more cross stitching than I thought I would. We're getting progress. I'm really grateful. It's been a good day, but I am gonna go clean before the children get home. So I hope you have a super good day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Oh, there's more thing, but we're not gonna talk about it. I'll bring it up next time if I remember. And if I remember to put on eyebrows, hopefully, maybe. Anyways, you have a super good day. I will talk to you later. And thanks for hanging out. Bye.